So we got this particular sister, and I'm using that word very loosely, very, very loosely when I say that. She's responding to a comment from one of our brothers, talking about, the late Kevin Samuels, or how another, content creator on TikTok was, speaking about, the late Kevin Samuels. And I want you to listen to this. Let's review it.
The lovely Voodoo Bays page. I absolutely adore her. Some bandit decided to say, oh, he likes her content, but celebrating the death of a black man isn't the move. He wasn't perfect, but he was still our brother.
Yes, that's correct. Kevin Samuels wasn't perfect at all. Neither am I perfect, or nobody listening is perfect. But yes, Kevin Samuels was our brother. That's 100% correct. You see how black men respond? Even if they disagree with a brother, they still understand, hey, wait a minute, that brother, he passed on. He our brother. Come on now. Let's not do that.
He is obviously talking about Kevin Samuels, KS, who is now deceased, thankfully.
You heard what she said? Now, see, I told y'all, when Kevin Samuels passed away, and women like her were sitting up here celebrating that, a lot of black men saw that. Listen, that is something I've never seen in my life. From and I say some, not all, because some women love Kevin Samuels in the community, but some of these women have so much, venom and hatred toward brothers that you are celebrating that. You're not ever trying to, celebrate when something happened to these racists, but you sit up here but I looked at her background. She likes to chase daddy too. But let's continue.
Let me just say this to black men. The days of us supporting y'all just because you share the same skin tone with us, those days are slowly coming to an end.
That been come to an end. What the hell are you talking about? You part of that, divestment movement. You don't support us. So what are you talking about?
Let's be very clear about what's going on here. There are too many black men who would rather fight the women who look like them instead of going out here fighting the real people who have put you in subjugation for over 400 years.
Black men have been fighting ever since they've been here, female, and black women have been fighting too. What the hell are you talking about? We'll still be on a plantation field in America right now if we never fought anything. All that stupidity that come out your mouth lying about just simple American history. Black people have fought in every war. Black men have fought in every war. Black men have built America and innovated America. What are you talking about? Every step of the way, for you to even sit in your car and make that video is because black men fought, black men died. For you to even be in your luxury that you got right now in a first world nation to be making this kind of video. You think the little rights that we have today, it was just given to us because the white man just all of a sudden say, it's not right what we're doing. So here, black people, let's just do this and be right. No, not at all. Black men, don't let them lie about black men never fought anything. Black men have been the only men in this country consistent battling against the beast for hundreds and hundreds of years. No other group of men that come in this country have done anything. Other groups of men that come into this country by immigration, they come to assimilate into that system. They never stand up. You can look at any other groups. When police do them something, they just cower down and be looking at us to say something about it. They don't never stand up and do anything. We have been always standing toe to toe against the powers that be in this country. Don't you ever let that females like her say that kind of crap.
But because you are too weak and you are a conquered buck and you think sitting online and coming up with all these fake high value pages talking about how important you are in life when you have you're actually costing the country, the U.S. billions of dollars because most black men have the highest unemployment level. But
most black men have the most highest unemployment level. What statistics are you quoting? Most black men are gainfully employed. What are you talking about? And if they're not employed, they have their own businesses. I know plenty of black men in that manner. And she says conquered. See, what they do is because this is another talking point they use, these divestment she devils. What they do is say you're conquered because you live in America and you have to follow the laws of America, right? So that means you're conquered. What they want you to do is go start some quasi revolution or something against the United States government. That in their opinion, that's when you're running something. Any man that comes in here, Asian man, Hispanic man, Arab man, East Indian man, Native American man, any man that comes into the United States of America, they have to follow the rules and the laws of America. And we know who runs America. Let's call it what it is. Now, if I was to go to China, I would have to follow the laws in China, and it's ran by Chinese men. If I don't follow their laws, I have an issue. Even if I go to a black nation and black men run that nation, I still have to follow the rules of that, or they're going to have a jail cell for me and anybody else. Following the rules of a country doesn't mean you're conquered, you idiot. But see, this is the thing. People like her, it's good to dissect what she says. So when they say that sort of thing, brothers, you know how to fire back off.
Yet you want black women to still support you in your treason, still support you while you get out here and disrespect us in front of other groups of women.
Women like you disrespect us in front of other groups of women and men all freaking day long. Why are you stroking another woman's hair in your head? If you want to go there, and then to be honest with you, I can't take you too seriously because you think them eyebrows you drew on your head look cute. That looks horrible. How you sit up there thinking you so much better than brothers with some eyebrows like that? How does any man fool with you and don't tell you that? If a man isn't telling you about them eyebrows, then they don't care about you.
Still support you while every 5.5 hours you are taking our lives. You want black women to continue to support you no matter what. Those days are slowly coming to an end.
Here we go with that 5 hour propaganda they be spewing. So brothers, every 5 hours, 5 hours just passed, here, that means a sister was just taken out of here by a brother. If that was really the case, there would be no black men in society. What are you talking about? Every 5 hours, that would be a freaking epidemic. The majority of black men that's locked up in America is for nonviolent offenses. And a lot of it is based on drugs, like, crack cocaine, crack epidemic, marijuana. Not even the majority of black men are locked up on murder. If you actually look at it, black men lead the country in exonerations as well. When you say this stupidity that some feminists put out here, and you really believe that, like, I don't know. I haven't. If it was every 5 hours, that means I have a bunch of women in my family dying every 5 hours too. That would sound like a freaking genocide. What are you talking about? You just say anything online and nobody pushes back against it.
I suggest y'all find something better to do with your time. These type of brothers, I could care less about.
And they could care less about you too. Oh, they trust me.
I cannot make that any clearer to y'all. Because the brothers out here who actually care about black women are going to set themselves apart. And they're not going to sit here and expect black women to support the very men who keep putting knees on our necks.
What?
The real brothers out here who care will set themselves apart. And they understand the movement as well. I have literally talked to black men who understand why black women are not taking it anymore. They have literally sat in my face and said, I understand why you guys are reacting. You deserve to stand up for yourself. So, no, KS was not a brother of mine. I do not care about any black man who thinks the way that he does. You are an enemy to me. And I'm going to treat you as such.
Look at the hate in her eyes, fellas. You see that hate and venom in that woman? Whoo, boy, that woman's soul is dark.
Trust me when I say that. Let's be very clear about that. Ain't no jumping for black men just because you're black over here. So you can miss me with all that.
Well, we don't want you to support us. Trust me. Stay over there with Zaddy. Stay over there with him. Okay. I think that would be a better suited for you. But I want you brothers to see, you know, how some of them out here have this venom and hate for you and lie on you and have no decorum, celebrating, you know, the passing of the late Kevin Samuels just because they didn't agree with, you know, his opinions on some things with dating, even though they were calling his show. He didn't go up there and just call anybody and just force them to be on his show, from what I've seen, right? But she said, you know, see, this is why a lot of men have dealt with women like this, okay? And some of you sisters in America, listen to me. It's women like her that have brothers talking about passports. Her. Not some of you who really want to, you know, want a relationship, you want a family, you know, you're a very, very feminine woman, you're a good woman, you know, you want to do everything right. You're not the problem. Women like her's the problem. Women like her is the one. They got brothers saying, okay, enough is enough. I can't deal with that. Why do I want to deal with a woman that hates my guts? Some of these brothers, mamas, couldn't stand them either. And then they gotta look up and see a woman with this much hate and venom toward brothers. She should leave brothers alone. She likes Zaddy. She talks about Zaddy on her platform. Go be with him. But see, I told y'all, when these divestment females have this much venom toward black men, they still got Zaddy, it lets you know they're not happy with Zaddy. Because if they were truly happy with him, then they would go on and ride off into the sunset, and then they would be good. They wouldn't even mention brothers anymore. Why? They got Zaddy now. I mean, black men is never her issue, her problem anymore. But she still want to stick her nose in black men's issues or whatever the case may be, because she really wanted a black man, and she's a failure. She couldn't get one. The one that she wanted, at least. So that's why she's pissed off at black men. But yeah, we don't care about you supporting us. We don't look at you as no sister either. We look at you as a treasonous enemy too. I mean, the feeling's mutual. But don't be coming up here later, like I tell y'all, when you get this venom in you about brothers. Well, black men didn't protect me. When Zaddy go upside your head, don't say nothing, because like I said, if you say it, I'm definitely gonna be the first one to make a video in response. Acting just like you to a point. But at least I got more decorum than you. But anyway, you know, y'all let me know what y'all think about this individual here, this individual female that has all this venom toward brothers. But yeah, don't let them pull them propaganda thing about every 5 hours, you know, a black woman is being kicked. Come on, that would be freaking genocide if that's the case. If that was the case, then why is it they have more black women in America than black men?